Hey YouTubers, and welcome to my 200 subscriber special. Now this is kind of acting as two things really. It's kind of my face reveal. And also, basically just kind of, I'm going to tell you all about my trip to Japan that I took about a month ago and kind of show you all some of the Dragon Ball stuff I actually got there. It's really cool. I'll tell you all some stories. But before I do that, I have like two things to actually talk about. Sorry. I live in a house with tile flooring and stuff, so it creates a whole lot of echo. If you ever notice that my videos have some sort of an echo to it, it's definitely that reason. I do my best to try to calm that and fix it in post and everything, but you know, you can only do so much. So hopefully it's not too bad on this video. This isn't usually where I record. Also, I just want to kind of point out some people who, without them, I don't think I would be this far on YouTube or anything like that. Kind of first and foremost, two people, definitely Nathan, TheFrozenParticle, and Donnie, D-FreeDBZHD. Those guys, without them, I wouldn't be anything. Nathan kind of found me when I was really small and talked to me, helped get me like my first big push of subs and all that stuff. 30, maybe 40, 50 plus, something like that and everything. And then I approached Donnie, I think, when I had 30 subs, back when he had around 3,000, 3,500 or something like that. And I was just like, hey, I know like you have 100 times more subs than I do, but hey, do you want to work together? I really like your content. And he was just like, totally, dude. So without those guys, I don't think I would be anything really. They introduced me to a whole bunch of YouTubers that I still talk to today. Like people like I've done collabs with too, like people like Dimsy's Domain, Dr. Blick, Dr. Love, BYG Aigami, Senjiu Glacier, sorry if I'm forgetting people, World King Kanji, One Piece Nation, and all them. So those guys are like really like the nicest guys that like I've really met in this community. And also like, the support from the bigger YouTubers, the people who kind of have recognized me in one way or another over the last couple months. So it's been like a really, really awesome journey. YouTube is, I can tell everyone now that like YouTube is one of the best things, and if you have passion or love for something, like you can probably make a YouTube channel and meet a bunch of people that you can consider friends. It's not a lie. If you really want to just kind of make it happen, it doesn't have to be good quality or anything like that. And anything, you just need to have passion, and people will gravitate towards you, and you'll gravitate towards people. But just to kind of get started on here, so I'll just tell you about my trip to Japan as I'm kind of showing you some of the stuff and everything. I'm sorry if the quality is a little bit low. I'm still really trying to figure out this whole face cam thing. First time doing it, face reveal. And also, this is not where I usually record my audio. I just want you to have something to look at. These are my TV shows. I got the anime, Wally. God, I'm terrible at this. Wally and Snoopy, 25-year-old man. That's totally fine. That's fine. Anyway, so I just want to start this. So about the first day I got there, we got there really late at night. It takes forever to get to Japan. But the first day we got there, we went to Akihabara, which is the technology district of Tokyo. I went to a couple arcades. I went to a couple of like designated shops for like collectibles and toys and stuff like that. I really wanted to get some figurines of like Dragon Ball, maybe One Piece or Bleach. But those things are fairly expensive. You can probably get them online for cheaper, and I just had no room for them. But one thing I did do is I went to a couple of arcades, and I definitely like searched out and played Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, these are just kind of a couple of the cards that I got for this stuff. I'm not going to actually go into depth with these. I gave most of these, the duplicates. I got a lot of duplicates because, they're just the easier cards to get to Donnie, and he just made an unboxing video of that. Definitely, I'll put it in the description below. He'll show you all the stamps I don't show you. I'll just show you the stuff that I actually didn't give him. The cooler ones, actually. I'm sorry, Donnie. Yeah. Cool. So, interesting story. First of all, this is my favorite one. That's my favorite one. You see that? Is that? I'm sorry if this isn't doing. You can't see this, but hopefully you can. Fucking Beerus, right? That's a beautiful card. Anyway, so interesting thing enough, hat check. I like that one too. It's a beast card. Interestingly enough, these things are not as prominent as you might think. They have like 9-story tall arcades. It's really cool. But honestly, where I found these every single time, I went to a couple, like 5 or so, 6 arcade places, and they only had them on the bottom or top floors, like 1 or 2 at most. And oh, Janemba, I love Janemba. Shout out for Janemba, guys. Like he's a badass character. I like, in terms of a villain, especially the movie villains, like super good. But anyway, they only had like 1 or 2 at most at any given arcade, and so the weird thing about this was, they had them in these booths, like these areas, like the basement or the very top floor are like women only, because they're basically all these like beauty salon picture things. And you need like physically, they don't really enforce it very well, especially if you're foreign, I guess. But because I went up there alone, but apparently you need like a woman to actually be with you and accompany you, because Japan has so many issues with that thing. But I didn't know that, and I almost got in trouble. So I definitely tried to get some footage. Tried to actually record myself playing this like several times, just kind of record like all the stuff that I did in terms of the video game play, and got stopped a couple times. They don't take kindly to it. You have to be very, very sneaky about what you're doing, and so I got stopped a couple times. I decided I don't want to deal with it. I just want to play the game. So you go in, you put these cards, you pay $1, and it'll give you a card, and you can play a match. And these are awesome. I really like Mira. That's a good one, the holographic one. I can't stay still. Booyah. Okay, so so they don't take kindly to people recording, and it's just the weirdest thing, because I would imagine that would help businesses, but I guess it's kind of the same thing in the States. So it didn't take offense to it. It just I wish I had gotten some actual arcade gameplay for y'all to see. So a lot of this stuff, so definitely went to arcades a couple times. The people I was with, my family, none of them are anime people. They didn't really want to go to arcades or look at toy shops or stuff like that. I would have had such a different experience if I went like either with friends or by myself or something. So anyway, I got a lot of this stuff the first day, because that's when we were in that district, and then everyone wanted to do other things, go to temples and all that stuff. I won't really cover that, but honestly, they have these. One thing Japan always has is they have these those little toy slot things. You go and get your like mystery box toy bubble thing, and definitely a whole lot of Dragon Ball ones. And I found one. Actually, I'll show you this first. So I found one that had really good odds. I mean, in terms of like what I would be comfortable getting, this one. There was a whole bunch of them, and they had like Dragon Ball Hero ones. Like you can see here, it's Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. That doesn't exist. But I was looking at that Super Saiyan God Goku. I wanted that. I could live with the Beerus. Everything else is not really. But they cost $2 each. They're not cheap. And then I ended up getting this oob. But not just any oob, I wasn't gonna be persuaded once, The odds are in my favor after that. And then I got another oob. But even still, I tried. I persevered one last time, and I got a Whis. Wish it was Vados. This didn't have Vados. If they had Vados, I would have definitely done Vados. For intense purposes, and she's white. So she's evil. She's evil. Like I've said it multiple times. You can agree with me or not. I don't care if she's not evil. She's evil. Anyway, so as I've shown you the the hero cards, you know, you can only play so much. And like I said, I was in Akihabara. My family just doesn't want to go to arcades the whole time or do all this other stuff. So one thing I ended up doing was I treated myself to a really big thing when we went into a used game shop, and I got Dragon Ball Heroes. So what's up, right? This is the first game. It actually cost far less than it actually should have, which was nice. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that just to keep the glare off. So yeah, like this one costs like a lot less than it should have. These things usually retail brand new for like 40, 50 bucks. I didn't get the second one because it was literally $60. And I wasn't really sure whether I was gonna like the game. I should have done it because the game's freaking awesome. I just wish I could really understand it. You know, you can only understand so much when you don't really know the language. But definitely, this is a far vast improvement to things like Dokkan Battle or anything. There's just absolutely no, there's no freemium aspect. There's no like waiting for pools. You have the luck of the draw basically, but you basically get what you get, and then you go, excuse me, God. So the thing is you get what you get, and it's super fun. I mean, honestly, I'm slowly learning how to play the game despite the language barrier. But you can't play this. You can't just go up on Amazon and buy this. You need a Japanese only 3DS. There's no backward compatibility. There's no there's region lock on these 3DSs. You can get around that by rooting your stuff or breaking into it, jailbreaking it, but I'm not gonna tell you how to do that. I'm not gonna actually say you should do that. But I didn't have one, so I actually bought a 3DS as my gift to myself here, my big gift to myself. And honestly, this is on the first day, mind you. So I've been playing this for a while. I hope that focuses. Not focusing. It's just the cartridge. It's not really a big deal, but God, you know, like this game, and guys, I want to do gameplay of it, but I'm broke. I can't pay someone to do capture cards on this crap, man. I would do it, and I might do it in the future, but maybe y'all won't care in the future. I don't know. If you care, definitely tell me. I'll figure it out. I'll try to at least. And then so basically, this is this is all of my swag, but. Or it was going to be. I was going to be done after the 3DS. But then we went to a mall in Tokyo, and I don't know if anyone's familiar with this mall, but it did get some press coverage a couple of years back when they made it. This mall has a Mobile Suit Gundam. I might put a picture somewhere. It has a Mobile Suit Gundam on the back, and they play this awesome anime footage. I'll link it in the description below if I can find it. I didn't know they were going to play it, and they just kind of played it. It was really cool. Kind of went along with the whole Gundam theme. It's really big over there, especially in the arcades. They have like whole floors dedicated to a single Gundam game. But we went to this mall, and my sister and my brother-in-law, who'd been to Japan before, was like, "You're going to really like this store. It's kind of really up your alley." And essentially what it was the Japanese version of Spencer's, with a bunch of kind of inappropriate jokes, funny stuff and everything, but it had a whole bunch of manga and anime stuff. And so I was looking around, I found like a little teeny spot where they had like a couple of Dragon Ball things, and they had stuff like you know, the one-shot volumes of the Fukatsu no F movies and stuff, the 3 chapters and all that. And I was just saying, no, I don't really want that. I don't really want that. I mean, I can't read this stuff until I saw this, and it was huge. Boom. 30-year anniversary booklet of the Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball anime. And this was a big find for me. I know I can't read it. I has the same problem that all the other things have, but damn if it doesn't look good, man. This is so nice just to have on my person. A physical copy of it. And I'll just show y'all a little bit of it. If you want to see more of this stuff, if you actually want to see the stuff that's in here, just tell me, and I will tell me, and I'm going to tell, and I'll show you in the, I'll show you on Twitter. Just follow me on Twitter, tell me that you want to see this, and I'll start taking pictures of this stuff and putting it on Twitter. But just so you look at this, so this is the front. And I just noticed this the other night, and I want to point it out. So the front is a picture at the very beginning, you know, the very, very beginning of Dragon Ball. One of the first, I honestly think that this might be the first manga panel for the story. I think so. I definitely think so. I'm not certain, but I know for a fact that this is the last shot of the GT anime. The last shot, you know, the end, and everyone's sitting there waving, and I noticed that, and I thought that was actually really, really genuinely, you know, emotional. You know, because so many people is like, when they say 30 years, they mean 30 years, and a lot of us have really lived our life watching this stuff. Honestly, 18 years I've been watching or been a fan of Dragon Ball for the most part. Not as rabid as I am now, but definitely have been a fan and everything. And you know, that's a majority of my life ever since it came on Toonami, like around really soon after, like a couple weeks. But if you see here, you take that sleeve off, and you're left with all this awesome just book covers. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? That's great. It kind of just shows all this stuff. And while I can't read what's in this book, while I can't read what's in this book, I definitely want to show y'all some of the pictures. I mean, like, in terms of the artwork and stuff that, like, I've just never seen before, it's pretty awesome. And it covers almost everything. It covers basically everything from the beginning of the anime throughout the pop culture the aspect of it, the manga, the anime, the video games, and all this stuff. If they were to take this book, translate it, and then re-release the exact same thing in English, I'm not just sure that I would buy it. I think a lot of you would probably buy it too. The exclusive interviews with Toriyama and all that stuff, I think it's just really, really interesting. But I want to show you this, because it kind of goes to the Dokkan cards. So it comes with this poster, and like the sleeve cover, and I think that that's so nice. I really like this poster. I've been wanting to kind of figure out a way to hang it up, and I think I finally figured it out. So one thing I did was I actually purchased on eBay. You can purchase them on eBay. More Dokkan cards. Or not Dokkan, almost Dokkan, Dragon Ball Hero cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that poster out and use it as the focal point of a Dragon Ball Hero card kind of poster I'm going to make. Use that as the focal point as I put all this beautiful artwork for all these different characters, hologram and not, around it. And just kind of let all that stuff be in and have my own little artwork project. And if y'all want to see that, if y'all want to see what like kind of comes of that and everything, just tell me in the comment section below, and I'll definitely like keep you posted as I get the cards. I won't get the cards until late April, because I'm in no rush, honestly. But it's one of these things that I definitely really want to get that out and done. It's really cool. So. One of this thing, and I know you've probably already seen this. I mean, this is fairly old, but this has how would you say these are popular manga artists who are attributing or dedicating artwork and stuff and a tribute to Dragon Ball in their own styles, and it's all over the book. I'm pretty sure what's his name? Some of the people I know are gonna hate me. The guy who does One Piece. I think that's One Piece. I don't know. It looks like Luffy. Who knows? So yeah, like this is like really cool. Like definitely goes through and it kind of goes through the movies, the video games, all these artwork, all these animation and stuff, and it kind of deals on Super, kind of goes into some of the other stuff with the character designs and stuff. I'll show you here. Obviously, that's the one thing or another. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if y'all know this. It was recently very much confirmed by D-FreeDBZHD that Vados is in fact waifu, and then later it was reaffirmed by Big Daddy himself, Geekdom 101. So that is a confirmation. I think a like on Facebook is definitely a confirmation from both of them. So tell your friends, tell your people. Vados is waifu. And see, look, like when I talk about games and stuff, it's talking about like this is Dragon Ball Heroes. It goes into the Dokkan stuff. It goes into Budokai and the Tenkaichi games and Xenoverse, and I just want to, I know so little about the video game history of Dragon Ball. This is just fascinating. I mean, just looking at this stuff, so show you something that's a little bit more. So you have this stuff in the early 90s. I mean, countless video games, guys, and it kind of does its best to cover every single one of them. So, and the movies, artwork, concept art from people, definitely a whole lot of interviews and just a whole lot of tons of information that you just never knew. And the toys, oh man, did anyone get these toys as a kid? Like those ones where it's like gold hair and it just didn't look right? I had a couple of those. I don't know what happened to them. I think I got rid of them. Oh man. So, yeah, I mean, like honestly, that's about it. It ends with concept art for the last manga chapter, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball, I guess, in there, but Dragon Ball Z for us. It's one of these things where this stuff definitely is worth it for me. It was so cool just going to Japan and kind of getting to know like the culture and how everything works, partaking of the food and everything. So definitely was really awesome. The one problem I really had was not only this is a fun story, so as we were going to the hotel as we first got there, and you realize that this was like we had been traveling straight for nearly 24 hours, both with getting up and taking planes, layovers, and everything else, and we were on the Shinkansen, the bullet train. And we had an hour and a half delay because someone had jumped in front of the bullet train, committed suicide. And the weird thing was the really weird thing about that was the lack of interest or excitement or anything like that would even come in America when you're like, oh crap, that happened, and everyone would just be crowding the windows trying to figure out, talking amongst themselves. But definitely a cultural divide there. I guess I know it happens a lot. It's a big problem, and I'm sure they just become numb to it. But definitely a big cultural divide, and also I think eye-opening, especially when you first get to Japan, just how different their culture is to us. That was, if anything, that was my experience going there. But on a lighter note, they had, on a lighter note, they actually had a whole lot of different things, awesome food, a lot of cool venues and stuff to go to and everything. Almost went to go see a Japanese movie in 4D. That would have been really fun, but that never happened. So yeah. Anyway, guys, this is kind of a long video right now. I think I'm going to just sign off. I hope you like the stuff. If you did like the stuff and you want to know more or make me have me do an unboxing of these cards, definitely tell me. I have a couple of them coming in, hopefully someday in the next month or two. If you want just an unboxing of the Dragon Ball Hero cards, that's fine. Donnie, I promise you now, I don't know what I'm getting, but if I get Teen Gohan and Goku's gi, I'll send that to you. I know it's your fave. But definitely, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed my swag. If you want to know like any other stories, I'm sure I'm forgetting a whole lot. Just comment me below. Follow me on Twitter if you wanna see more of this stuff. Whole book, guys. It's a whole book. Like there's so much to share. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, thank you so much for 200 subscribers, and I'll catch y'all down the road. Bye.